schaute die edle Schlampe, schüttelte ihr goldenes Haar. Auf der Suche nach ein bisschen Action geht sie wieder auf den Boulevard. Und das bei jeder Wetterlage. Es macht der Scheins nichts aus, bei Wind und Regen herumzustreunen. Erst nach Mitternacht kommt sie nach Haus. Oh Lotte, oh Lotte. Wie oft hab ich die...
I've been doing the Ren Fest since I think I was about 10. My mom made my first costume for she made costumes for the whole family, and it kind of blossomed out from there. And I got really into it. By the time I graduated high school, I used this dress for my prom.
I'm actually a quality engineer for a firm that builds satellites and rockets. And for 32 years was completely alcohol-free until I ran into somebody.
Yes, my name is Patch Adams. My wife and I worked this fair. She started in '76. I started in about '79 till '90-something. So I try to come back one day a year just for the fun. People watching is good here. And you probably don't want on the film what I really work for. I want to close down governments that are based on money and power over and have governments arise that are based on compassion and generosity. I've been a free physician 36 years and wonder why anyone with any intelligence would support a government that enjoys dominating.
Love the Renaissance Festival. Been coming here for probably 7-8 years now with the family. Just love hanging around, playing with kids, playing with my puppets, and just taking in the crowd.
I think that I got started in the Ren Fest just because my mom was selling tickets through work, and it seemed like an interesting thing to do, so we got hooked.
Been coming for 16 years. And when I'm not here, I live on the website. Oh my goodness, I don't know the website. Do you know the website? Is it just renfest.com? Reading the storyline, waiting to see where in time we are. I don't know, we live for the fair every year.
This is my brother Bob. Unlike everything else around here, I'm on a stick. Help me! We have to go. See ya.
Probably about close on 7-8 years ago. Was the first time I ever came to a Renaissance festival. Came in plain clothes and saw a couple of the acts. Enjoyed it, but saw that other people were having a little bit more fun than I was. It's because of the garb.
I'm programming for a job, and I do role-playing games and things like World of Warcraft and stuff like that, so I'm used to looking at things like this all the time, so I might as well wear it.
My favorite acts around here, probably the O'Danny Girls. They're pretty good. And I like Hack and Slash because they're good guys. It's just a lot of fun. Just have a good time.
No, I do the Pennsylvania Ren Fest every once in a while, but this is the only one I've ever held season tickets to consistently. We love it. It's the only place you can come and spend all day, give your children money and say, go, fly, be free, meet us at the doors on the way out.
I've been coming here since I was 4, maybe 5, with my family, and this one has never been here before.
I met this one in school, and I met these 3 at a gaming event. This is my first Ren Fair, but this is not the first reenactment I've ever done. I'm a member of the Society of Creative Anachronism, so for me it's just a little jump from the private sector into the public sector, as it were.
Renaissance Fair started in California as a high school project. It was an idea a husband and wife team. One of them was the English teacher and one of them was the theater teacher, and they decided to have the high school kids put this on, and it was so successful they went down to Los Angeles and did it for profit, and a craftsman from there moved to Minnesota and started a festival, and our family got involved there. Moved here in 1985 outside of Annapolis in Crownsville, and have been growing steadily here. We started here with about 80,000 people, and our biggest year was 2002 at 294,000 people, excuse me, and at 294,000 people in 2002, and then we've settled down a little bit. The weather's been different the past couple of years, but we're hovering right around 270,000 people right now. In the past 5 years, for 2 of those seasons, we've been the largest Renaissance festival in the country. Appeal to people like, theater people understand you gotta buy a ticket, you gotta buy it for a date. Street fairs, which is really what we are, except in a 16th century village, they're not used to buying a ticket to come to a carnival and for a specific date or time.
Okay, I'm Allison Williams, and I'm the artistic director of the Aerial Angels Acrobatics, Circus, and Variety Show.
I'm Zay Weaver. My name in the show is Spike, and my specialty is aerial hoop and aerial silk and partner acrobatics.
I'm Melissa Marie Wilhelm. I'm Lady in the show. My specialty is aerial silk and hoop and fire eating.
And she looks real pretty.
Oh, and I spit too.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. We've been to 15 countries. 16 countries. We were in England, Iceland, Holland, Belgium, France, Germany.
Yeah, it's actually a Celtic shoe that we make. We call it a moccasin because it has that flexibility, and it's based on the gilly actually, which is a dance shoe and has no sole at all. So the more flexible, the better it is.
Yeah,
but
it comes from Central Europe, and
it's a historic
ancient.
shoe.
It's in principle this shoe in a rougher, more cruder version was made in the Bronze Age.
Iceland, Norway.
How am I doing? Do you wish to perform any sort of interview, or are you just following us this day? Well, I mean, we've all got different jobs in life. We do this on the weekend. During the week, I'm a television editor for a national cable channel, and I also come on through. I also do voiceover, things of that nature.
We met here at the festival. I came here to do some sword fights, and he was directing one of the combat productions here, and we just decided to do a show together.
Yep. That was 14 years ago.
14 years ago. Over 3,000 shows since then.
So we may actually eventually have real action figures, because there's an artist in Kalamazoo who used to make action figures for a firm in China and who wants to make sculptures of us that will be fine art sculptures, but eventually we are trying to chalk him into making some action figures.
My goal in life is to be an action figure.
Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Pakistan, Afghanistan.
This is my 5th year. A lot of these. I mean, this guy here, Ray, he plays Hans, my guard. How long have you been doing this?
At least 12.
Yeah. So I mean, he was with the man that previously played the king. So I mean, we've all been here for a number of years. The cast kind of cycles in and out. There are some people here that are first time, and some people that have been doing it for several years.
We recently reached the goal that we set about 6 years ago. We went overseas to entertain the troops, and we wanted to entertain at 100 bases. And recently, back in March of 2006, we entertained at our 108th base in Iraq. So we're very happy to have done that. Picture, if you will, 2 men in tights and body armor flying around on Black Hawk helicopters. That's how we roll.
The Rogues are the boy band heartthrobs of the Renaissance Festival.
he remembers in high school, one of the worst things you could be was really into something, and that was one of the most uncool things to be, was like invested in a certain thing. And so people who go to Star Trek conventions are really invested in it. They love it. It's something they just love, and they're made fun of for loving something. And people who come out here, I guess, sometimes they're made fun of for really loving to dress up in bodices and 16th century outfits. But what can you do? You know, people are going to make fun of you no matter what, and that's one of the beautiful things about being out here, is you can sort of take a little bit of a risk, and nobody will make fun of you out here, but people who never come to Renaissance festivals might make fun of you. But there's so many thousands of people all around.
And it's a total mix too. I mean, everybody gets along. You got high-powered corporate types and government people here, down to, you know, fast food workers. I mean, everybody. There's just no conflict, you know. Everybody's just here to have a good time.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing with Trekkies too. I mean, I've never known anybody who was really into Star Trek who was violent or mean or you know. People here that are into this place, they're into the spirit of it, and it really is, like you're saying, a big community, a family. I haven't met anybody in 5 years of doing this that's been mean.
Yeah, like these Trekkie people, like sometimes, like you, like for example, Vicky. You know, she seemed like a good, cool, down person. She's, you know, a scientist, works for meteorological lab. But she's got this incredible fantasy world of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Star Trek and, you know,
Highlander.
And she's super into it, you know, and it just, you know, hey, she's just a regular person, just, you know, so it's, sometimes it's geek, so, you know, the Star Trek geek, I don't know, it's not, maybe it's kind of becoming hip, you know. I saw it on Yahoo, you know, the news, you know, it's like, find out what really happens at the Trekkie conventions, you know. What, you know, it's kind of cool. You know?
This is a baby dragon. Yes. He's pretty well behaved. You have to feed him a small child every day or two, and he's.
So wie die Mädchen auf dem Strich. Oh Latte, oh Latte. Es ist nicht so, als ob du nix von mir kriegst. Ich geb dir doch alles, was du nur willst. Am Ende steh ich noch da, allein und pfeif in den Wind. Menschenskind, oh Latte, Mr. Schlampe.